and they're going to touch everyone.
Joseph Kleida for AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel, bringing you another episode of Grid Work, geoengineering on a daily basis. Today is Friday, January 15th, 2016, and as you saw in yesterday's video, they were spraying. Everything seemed to fall to the ground. They were out last night spraying full tilt, first thing this morning, and look, our skies aren't even blue. They're just a gray, bluish, kind of a hazy, I don't even know what you call it. It's not blue, not the blue I used to know. Anyways, they sprayed. You can see the soot, how thick it is all over the whole horizon, just covered in soot. And they plan on spraying because they said it was a 65% chance they're going to try to make it rain. So we're going to see exactly what they try to do. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon and I'm kind of hidden underneath an awning. But the point being here is just to show you that there aren't any clouds. It's just black soot in the sky. And they did make it rain. They did make it rain. You can see the raindrops falling here. See? But just the point is, it's black soot. Okay? It's not rain. It's wet, of course. Don't get me wrong on there, but it's more of a rain soot mixture. And there's no clouds whatsoever to speak of. Well, I just couldn't resist letting this guy go without catching him. Look at the color of the plume. Okay? Since when is the plume pink? It's right on the edge of the grid. And another thing, too, is you can actually hear the jets above me spraying the plume over top. 3 o'clock. Why am I showing you this? Is because we haven't heard any jets and we got a little tiny hole in the grid. The sun is trying to peek through, but the important part is this. Look at the black soot. Look at the ridge of that soot and chunks falling from the sky with the rain. Now, if you don't believe me now, that it's rain soot combination, you can see it for yourself. Look at that soot. Same thing even when it's not raining. So how do you explain it then? Yeah, it's time to accept the fact that is what they're doing is they're making the weather. The Air Force has a document, look it up online. U.S. Air Force controlling the weather by 2025, and they're almost there. Well, the grid is broken apart. It's about 5:30. You can see how the sky is a little bit still blue, gray blue. But then again, look, there always has to be somebody out there spraying. It doesn't matter what time of the day, you're gonna see somebody out there. And when they've got the sky all polluted up like they did earlier, all you have to do is listen. You can hear them spraying over top of the plume. That's how they make it rain. Anyway, look at the soot over by the mountain. Look how low that shit is falling. I'm sorry about the language, but like I said, we gotta get this to end. Look at this. Look at the soot up here as it falls. Already the wrong color too, so you know that's all fake. Black soot on the top here. Look, because that's facing me. Look at the other side. It's still colorful. So we know what that is. So, like we said before in all the other documentations, man-made weather. Have a good night. Well, good morning. I'm Joseph Kleida for AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel, bringing you another episode of Grid Work, geoengineering on a daily basis. Today is Saturday, January 16th, 2016. You saw what they happened the last couple of days. They made it rain, they sprayed, and guess what? They're still spraying. Look at the rails back in there. As I go across, I'm not in the great wide open, but you can still see what's going on here. The sky almost completely gray. Chemtrail plume busted up everywhere. Look at this. Look at these rails back in here, how it's all dispersed. There's a rail back in there in that northwestern horizon, back in there. Just nothing. The whole sky, you can see how it's all whiffed out. So them bad boys had to be spraying for a long time. Long time, all into the night. I'm able to zoom in between the houses here. You can see the rails that have already been built in the horizon. Look at those rails. 1, 2, I mean, you can't even count them all. There's so many of them. You can see the obvious ones, how they're building the rails, putting it together, building the dome, polluting our skies again for today. So I don't know how much documentation I'm going to get today. I'm going to be in and out, but we'll see what happens. Well, it's been about 15-20 minutes and I caught this guy up here spraying now. I'm not even the gray white opal, so I can't show you exactly how bad it really is. But trust me on this, it's really bad. Looking into the northwest on my backyard, you can see this rail this guy left. And if you look close enough, you can see the white soot. And as soon as I say that, we got another guy up here spraying. Look at that silver bullet spraying the plume. At least it's symmetrical coming out of the turbo fan. Anyway, looking over this way, you can see the rails down in that northern horizon. A couple of them laying in there pretty good. See those? Yeah, they're in there. This guy's making a lot of noise right here. Making a lot of noise. Another view of the grid they've already got all put together from earlier spring, if you can see through the power lines. But underneath here you can see the soot all starting to fall and wisp. Really a damn shame. Just a little after noon, and we got this guy up here spraying. Is he coming in? I don't know. Should be right in there. But in the meantime, what I want to show you is really devastating. Look at the rails back in here. Look how many rails they've got spun in a row. Look at that. When that all disperses, we'll be completely covered. Gonna get another look at these rails. Look how long they go. Look how this is all dispersed here as well. Here's that rail that went by not that long ago. Look how that's all dispersed. Look, the nasty rail. It all disperses and falls from the sky. It's already finned. It's finned somewhat. A load of this. This guy spun this rail right there. And then he's down here. And look, he turned it. He turned the rail. See how he turned that? Jets are doing that more and more often. You used to never see that. Ever. Looking back into that northwestern sector, even through the trees, you can see how nasty it is. They got an X over here, already marked the spot. Multiple rails hidden inside there. Get a look. See the rails? Oh yeah, multiple rails. This is already finned over here. Big honking fins as well. But over here, just get a load of that disbursement. It's finned in a way too, if you can pick that up. I don't know if you are or not, but it's finned as well, coming off that Mingus Mountain Cell Tower array. Look at that menagerie, just a white plus bomb of sorts. Just ready to collapse and fall from the sky like this is doing over here. It's already wisping and falling. And what do we see over here? Trying to fill in the blue with another sprayer. God, it's only noon, and I've only been documenting for less than an hour. I'm in the gray wide open, and guess what? You're in for a big surprise here. Just look at these rails everywhere. These guys, there's 20, 30 guys out there spraying. Look at this rail here. Look at this rail all the way across. Look at the friggin' rails in our sky. Got a guy up here spraying. We got this guy over here, just cross that X there. And look at this X here. It doesn't get any more blatant than this. Look. X marks the spot in your friggin' face, people. And look at over here. They keep hitting another X. Look how they're gridding the whole friggin' sky. The whole sky is completely gridded. Look, there's the guy spraying right there. Look at back in here, eastern sector. Grid everywhere. It's nothing but chemtrail. Look at this guy. He turned. He turned his friggin' rail. Look at that. He turned the rail. Wow. He started up down here. And then he turned the rail to match up with that guy over there. But look how blatant. And this guy just come across here, so we got double X's. We got an X there, an X there, and there he goes, that SOB right there spraying. And look at it, we got double guys over here spraying now. Oh my God, look at this. This is criminal activity in our skies. Look at this. Look at the rail over here. Oh my, hey, look at X over here. It's just everywhere. They pollute our skies with this chemtrail plume. Getting back to the X's, just look how nasty that is. And here's that guy coming up here spraying again. So they're just gonna constantly spray up this whole sky. Those guys gridded, look. You can see the grid work. And there's more coming, baby boy. You better believe it, here they come. Look at the plumage here. Look at this guy spraying here. We got a guy up here spraying. Look at the X's here. Look at this. X, 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 X. The whole sky's gridded. You people, you can't see this? Come on, you can't see this. Look at the grid work. Look at the friggin' grid work. Look at that. You ready to play some checkers or something? Look at this grid work in our skies, and there are more coming too. There's more of these jets are gonna be spraying all day, just like this guy here spraying. You got a guy right up here spraying. They're just gonna continue to spray the whole sky all day. And you're allowing this to happen. So take a nice deep breath, get sick, and then maybe, just maybe, you might wake up to what they're doing and maybe be angry a little bit, because this is without our consent, and that's all they're doing is polluting our skies. Look at the X here. Look at this friggin' grid. This just blows my mind away. Look at the Christmas tree bulb effect. I can't let this go. This is one of the more notorious sprayings of the grid pattern you'll ever see. Look at that. There's a grid within the grid. And there's another guy spraying over here. They're marking the sky up with an X over there. Oh, wow. Just look how nasty. Another one coming up. Oh, God. A few moments later, looking into that eastern sector, you can see how it's all dispersing into one friggin' chemtrail mess. Just look at that plumage. All the way down to the horizon, you can see, if you look real close, you can see the rails way back in there as they continue to spray it up. Right now, there's nobody spraying. Well, yeah, there is a guy up here spraying right now as we speak. He's right there. You can see him through the two trees. There he is, spraying up some more. Yeah, and look at, there's another guy below him spraying up some more. They're just not going to stop this assault on our skies. People just don't have a clue. They never look up to see what's going on. You can see the grid work that they built in our sky. Look at the X there. Look at that. Come on, you can't see that? Panning over here. X marks the spot. Whole grid up here as I look straight up to the zenith of the sky. X, look, the grid's completely built. Look at this mess. Medusa slightly coming out of there. There's slight Medusa there as they try to put something together. Over here you can see it's already finned. Look at the fins. My God, look at that. What the hell do you call this? Wow. And it's just going to disperse into one big hazy mess. Predict the sky will be completely covered real soon here. The way they're going at it, this guy's heading right for the sun. You can see the sun's already blocked. The guy's rails up in there, right across the sunlight. My God. I'm gonna come back out in a little bit and show you how this all disperses. Look at that color here. Hopefully it shows up on the big screen. But there goes that guy back over there. And look how this is all harping out. Wow. Just seconds later in that western sector, after we've already documented the mess they made, we got more guys spraying there, another guy bringing up the rear here. As you can see the angle they're on. Him there to add to the already made grid. You can see this is where the past X's were. You can see how it's all dissipating into a nice big cloudy haze. There's another guy coming up over here. So it's just, like I said before many times, one right after another. Just 5 minutes later, I walked outside, caught this X marks the spot here, part of the grid, and a guy just below him spraying his ass off with some plume. See? They're just going to do whatever they can to cover up most of the blue. Still got a little bit here, but look at this rail here. Look at the plasmatic bomb here. This is all dispersed railing. Rail stuck in there as well. Some finned railing here, fins within fins. If you look real close, you see the fins within the fins. Then we got this big rail here, just plume. Just a rail of plume. And then we got this over here. I mean, it's just, oh God. Just makes you want to cry. Just look, you can see the fins moving from the HAARP device. People say, well, the wind's blowing. Well, there's not that much wind. Are you picking that up or not? You can see it moving with your naked eye. Well, it's getting close to 2 o'clock. Our skies are just about, well, pretty close to being completely covered. And we got this guy out here spraying this. A little nasty of a plume way out there. See him spraying between the trees there? There he goes. But just get a look at this. Look at the fin work. Look how plasmatic all the cloudoid soot is turned into. But look at this. What the hell do you call that? Just get a look at that. Come on. If you still think that's a friggin' cloud, my God, you do have issues. Real good issues too. You need to take care. You can see the soot falling from the sky out there. Look. My God. This is just absolutely notorious, sinful day, criminal. I'm in a local parking lot looking at the soot in the sky, and if you look just between the power lines, just look at the white soot hanging in there. It's all dropping apart. So the question remains is who in their right mind would think that this is actually a cloud? Come on, it's not. We watched them build it right from the get-go. Look at the fin work here on the corner here. Look at the fins. It's some fin work up there. The orange peel effect starting to break apart. That'll all be whisked real soon. We go into the bigger popcorn effect for straight ahead. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, and the full force of the chemtrailers have now got our skies just about completely plumed. Look at this. Almost looks like a land map of Florida or something here. You can see how the soot's just falling from the sky. Chemtrail plume way in the back there. And the only even, oh, look at this guy over here spraying now. See, it's just never gonna stop. Just never, ever gonna stop. Pan over here, we got a little bit of a tiny bit of blue left, but that's about it. And the way these guys are spraying, you can bet your sweet ass this whole sky will be plumed in a matter of another hour. Well, they're back at it spraying. It's getting close to 3 o'clock. I caught this guy spinning this rail up in here. See how it goes right into the plume. And then it comes out this edge here. More plumes in between the wires there. You can see the plumes. Over here, completely gray, black plume. Here you can see where one of the jets have already sprayed. The plume is already black. because it's so dark. They've got so much soot in the sky. Happy breathing. Look at the rail the guy left in here. See how they put that in there to cover up the blue. So it all dissipates, you never even notice it. See? Soon all that blue will be covered in. And we got a little bit of little more blue left right there, and that's about it. Some orange peel and popcorn effect sitting up in there as it covers in. And the rest is just gray, black soot. Just a few moments later, I just want to show you this. Look how dark these rails are that they just sprayed through here. Look at that. This already thinned up here a little bit, somewhat. But like I said before, the whole sky is completely covered. There's no blue whatsoever. Sun blocked. There's that big blob we saw earlier. You can see how dark and thick they got it now. But the whole sky completely covered. Chemtrail plume. Just stood outside. This should be the last documentation of the night. You can see the whole sky. Just gonna pan around. You can see it's all friggin' soot. It's all gray soot from the chemtrail, and there's not a speck of blue. You're not gonna see any trailers going over the top of this because it's just too thick. So, breathe good. Wish you the best of health. See you tomorrow.